Good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you're at or when you're watching this video. I just wanted to hop on today and do a quick training over task management whenever it comes to delegating and keeping up with tasks. So we see a lot of times in the industry whenever it comes to people starting to use task management systems, they tend to say the system doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. Could be a number of reasons why it doesn't work, but the one I want to talk about today is going to be delegation. So what we see a lot of times is that owners aren't the best at delegating. They want to hold on to the task themselves, or maybe they delegate the task and there's not a process, or they delegate the task yet they still have that fear that it's not going to get done, right? Because that is something you have to work through, and that comes with leading and learning how to be a leader. So today I kind of just wanted to share this feature called Task Progress inside of ClickUp that can really help with kind of monitoring tasks as you start to delegate them out to your team and doing it at a high level so that it's still efficient for you to be able to monitor these tasks and not have to dig into them. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys to give you a walkthrough. Okay, so as you can see here, we have my ClickUp, which is all built out. Whenever you start, it is a giant white space. So if you are just starting with ClickUp, this might look a little confusing. We do have other trainings on getting this set up, and we have courses and stuff like that. So just be sure to check it out. I'll link some of them down below in the description. But I'm going to come over here and go to our monthly action items. So as you see over here, this is the task progress that I was telling you guys about. So you can see I have my January monthly, which is sitting in missing information, and then I have my February one down here in to do. So we are currently working on finishing out January. You'll see over here that I am 43% done with this task. Over here, 0% done because we haven't started. It's still February. So I'm going to go ahead and open this task. And remember, this is sitting at 43 right now. So we can see that I have it sitting in the missing information stage. I have over here that I'm waiting on statements. So we're going to say I got my bank statements. So I'm able to reconcile my bank accounts. I did all that. Everything's great. So I'm going to check off my checklist items over here. And then I'm going to notify the reviewer. So I'm going to say at Danielle, ready for review. Okay, so I'm going to finish checking that off. So you can see that I have finished checking off my preparation checklist. I'm going to go ahead and switch this to the review status. Okay, so now we can see over here looking at task progress, it is sitting at 57%. Okay, so as I'm checking off my checklist items, it is moving that task progress along. So as an owner, you would be able to come in, or even as another team member, and look at this and say, okay, stuff's moving along. I can see it's at 57 and it's just waiting to be reviewed now. Okay, so that kind of lets you keep progress on these tasks without having to go into every single one and dig around and search and figure out what's going on. So we can see due to automations, this has now moved over to Danielle and it'll be sitting on her board for her to review. So I'm going to go back up here to everything. And I want to share with you guys using the task progress inside of tag list. Okay, so I'm going to go over here to my tag list. So a really good example is using this to kind of get a view of like work. So what I mean by that is we use tags to kind of identify work in the system. So if it's payroll, it'll have a payroll tag. If it's, a tax return, it'll have a tax return tag. So right here, I have it filtered by tax returns. So we can come down and see, okay, right here we have this 1040 that's in final review. So the progress is about at 71%. Sounds right. This one, we just got the information in and it's ready to start, right? So this 1120 is only sitting at 1% because so far all we have is the information to begin the return. We haven't actually started on the return. So this is really good if you have, a lot of returns and you want to be able to just quickly scroll through and see the progress of all of them. You can easily do that without having to search, dig, and go into all these tasks. So the point of me sharing this was to kind of show you that task management isn't always the problem. Sometimes it is just delegating and letting go. Letting your team have that ownership, right? Give them the permission and allow them to own those tasks, and you can still monitor it, right? So you can still use the task progress and see, what's going on just to keep a pulse. But at the end of the day, it's all going to come down to being able to delegate those tasks and move them off of your plate and trust that the team can handle them. All right. So if you are interested in learning more about ClickUp, we do have a do-it-yourself course that we just launched, and I will drop the link for that in the description below for you guys. We also have group coaching around ClickUp. We have do-it-for-you options. If you are struggling, reach out and we will be more than happy to help you guys. You can find us on Facebook. I will link that below. You can find us at our website, nextpathcoaching.com. And I hope to see you guys in some more trainings.